Ali, you just said it yourself out there before. Life's pretty good at the moment, but it's pretty hard to come here.
Yeah, look, we're obviously in a really rough patch. We've lost 5 on the trot, so 5 weeks ago we were pressing pretty hard for a position in not just the 8 but maybe the 4, and then 5 weeks later we're just trying to scrape a win to sort of finish on a high note. So yeah, it's changed quickly, but ultimately where we are right now, we can try and finish with 2 good wins and finish with a bit of a better taste in our mouth. But at the moment, it's been some hard work, and we've got to keep working hard to try and get out of it.
How hard is it at the moment, Ches? Like, I know there's a lot of blokes out and all the rest of it, but does it feel like there needs to be some tough conversations with some of the results that have sort of transpired over the last couple of weeks?
Well, I don't necessarily think it's time for crisis meetings or, coming down hard on anyone. I think if you look, we have a lot of inexperience in our side, and while it's definitely no excuse, we are learning a lot of hard lessons out on the field. And as a team and as a squad, we'll be better for it next year. But at the moment, we are learning a lot of things the hard way, so can only help that puts us in good stead moving forward. And we've got people in the squad that are playing a lot more game time than they usually would, or they're getting, a game earlier than they thought they might have. So you can only hope that benefits us as a club, but now's not the time to be, I think, blowing the place up. I think the right thing to do right now is to make sure that, we're learning and then we're staying together, because the easiest thing to do is just to give up on your teammates. But we just want everyone to stay together. We want to try and put some smiles on our faces and the fans' faces, and obviously a win will help do that.
It sounds like though, I know every workplace is different. Just because you're a bunch of footy players doesn't mean you've all got to get on really well, but it does seem like there's some, I don't know, maybe tension's the wrong word, but it doesn't seem like it's the happiest place, given that this time last year you guys were, top 4.
Yeah, do you want me to fix that, or are you happy to leave that?
Yes.
No, that's just popped out now. Do you want to come fix this? Based on the last 5 weeks, I think it's the easiest thing for you guys to assume is that things are disconnected. And I can probably cop that we look like we're disconnected on the field. I can't deny that, because we aren't playing well, but you'd be so surprised at, the laughing, the joking, the good times that we are having together. We're just not performing well. So, I could be very wrong, but my read of the room out there is that the group itself, we're enjoying each other's company, but we're not playing good footy.
Daly, how does it make you feel to have this week someone like Max Crilich come out and question Des's future at the club?
Yeah, look, you just make yourself vulnerable to those sorts of comments when you're losing footy games. We've got a lot of rich history at this club. We've got people that have, they've laid the platform for this club to be successful and be held in the prestige that it is. And unfortunately, when we lose, it disappoints our ex-players. So, it's disappointing that people do feel as though that they want to question people's, work ethic and integrity. But I can guarantee you, Des, all of the coaching staff here and all the players here, we're trying really hard to win a footy game here. So, but again, we've opened ourselves up to it by not getting the results, and that's what rugby league is. It's a results-driven industry, unfortunately.
Des's future has been a topic of conversation so much lately over this past few weeks as well.
Yeah, it has. Can't really stop that, can we?
In terms of, do you as a playing group feel as though, because of the run of results, that not responsible for that being a topic of conversation, but do you understand, kind of why people are chatting about that?
I don't know. I don't understand why the coaches are so heavily blamed. I really don't. But that is just a trend that's in rugby league. So, as I said, because of the way we've played the last 5 weeks, we've opened ourselves up to criticism. Coaches come under pressure. The playing group feel as though we are letting each other down and letting the place down. But it's not from a lack of effort or trying. We're definitely trying, mate. We're just not coming together on game day and playing our best footy, unfortunately.
How much work has to happen, Ches, for you? I know you're here till 25 at least, and maybe after that, I know you'd love to guide this club to a premiership, but given what's happened over the last 12 months. And I know they're injuries and all that stuff, but how much work needs to happen for you to be able to have that fairy tale year?
Yeah, look, we obviously have to improve. We have to adapt. We have to change. Things have gone, they haven't gone well the last 5 weeks. So we do need to look at what we're doing, how we're playing, all of those things we have to look at. But ultimately, if I take this back 2 years ago, we finished bottom 4. The next year we finished top 4. Rugby league can change very quickly. And like I said, 5 weeks ago, we were looking like we were going to be an absolute sure thing for finals. So unfortunately, circumstances, some in our control, some not in our control, have affected our last 5 weeks. But, ultimately it can change very quickly, both positively and negatively in rugby league. And at the moment, unfortunately, we're in a bit of a negative roller coaster. But I know this club has a lot of good people here, a lot of good players, a lot of good coaches, coaching staff. We just all need to come together and make sure that we're doing the best thing for the club.
How much do you take it upon yourself then, Daly, in the next 2 weeks in particular, to try and inspire something special to finish the season on a high at least?
Yeah, well, I think you guys have watched me play for long enough. You know what sort of footy player I am. I'm going to keep competing. I'm going to keep going out there and trying until 80th minute's done. And hopefully we're creating a few more opportunities to score some tries. But we do need to change our defence. It's a bit of an elephant in the room at the moment. We've let in around 7 tries a week for 3 weeks now. So we're not proud of that. But we do have to address that. We do have to make sure that that's our focus this week, is to defend well. Ultimately I've got a role to play in that as a captain, and I take a lot of pride in that. And these times are tough. These times are tough as a captain when you're going through a bit of a lull. So I'll make sure that I can keep working really hard at the things that I can control, and that's how I'm walking around here and encouraging my teammates. And like I said, on game day, just making sure I'm competing for 80 minutes and giving ourselves a chance.